Hey guys, it's Nick Mira here, creator of Tyler the Creator's new album, Call Me When You Get To It. And today we're going to be showing you how to make, emotional piano / Juice WRLD type beats. Now, in all seriousness,
I shit it in my pants. I am for real.
what's up guys? NoLuvSchiz, and let's get into it. Alright, now step one, what you want to do is you'll want to get your, grand piano or piano sound you will be using. I'm just going to be using the normal grand piano from Omnisphere. And the second thing you will want to be doing is to set your BPM and what you desire. Now for Juice WRLD type beats, actually the mira type beats with the emotional piano, usually it ranges from 150 all the way to like 170. So we're just going to go in the, nice in between by 160 BPM. Now another thing for beginners, if you're just searching this up because you want to start producing it or you just want to get better at making piano melodies, a really helpful tool is in one of my kits that is actually going to be dropping either today or tomorrow. There's going to be scales you can use to make sure everything's in scale and makes sense. Minors for that usually more sad sound, and majors for that more upbeat and happy sound. So we're just gonna drag C minor because it's the main scale that Internet Money uses and just ultimately one of the easiest ones to memorize. I don't know the trick for it. I forget the trick. It's like every other type of thing. But if you use it enough, you're going to be able to start making shit in scale without even trying. So now my other tip, after you get your scale, your BPM, you know what you're going for is you want to know if you're going for a more like very dark and mysterious, sad type of thing or, an almost melancholy, emotional type of thing. And the best way to figure out what you're going for is to set your bass notes and rhythm for what you're going to be doing. So let's try to find some bass notes. Now you want to know if you're going to be going up or down. So I think I might just be going down. Yep, simple enough. So now after you got your bass notes, you can either create a chord just being like, that's sometimes helpful and easy trick to get your second part of the chord and then you go in between on the top, or you can try to get your emotional chords by trying to find the right mixture. So usually when the chords are like closer together and very small like triads, it gets more of that that's shitty like that. Yup, exactly how I like it. I actually might put the BPM up a little bit. And now another thing you can do just to make it sound more full, because when you're making beats you want to get every range, the low range, the bass range, the high range, the mid range. And so you can copy the bass notes and actually put them farther down just for a more dramatic and fuller sound. And now, after you got that, you can start either adding, extra notes on top for, even more full notes, or try to put, a counter melody on top. And that's usually what I go to. After I get my, chords I like and it sounds full enough, either I've added the lower bass notes or not, I try to go to my counter melody and I try to get, some more rhythm, something to fill in the space between each chord. Because what I notice is sometimes you don't need to add as much counter melody because the chords kind of close in together at the right amount of time. Like, look at this. This chord is fine. That's a fine length. I noticed that this chord, even though it's shorter than this chord just seems to have more of that dragging feel. Like it drags more than the rest of the chords do. The rest of the chords kind of it's like the set, it's a good time and it changes when you think it would, like predictable. You don't want to be too predictable, but you want to be familiar, you know? You don't want to be some crazy ass shit no one's ever heard before, but they don't want to hear it because it's ass. So we're going to feel something in here more than we will the other places, but let's add our counter melody. All right, that sounds pretty good to me, you know. It might be. I feel like we need to change it a little bit. Let's just go. That sounds good to me. So now we're going to click Alt R to randomize the velocity so it sounds like someone's actually, you know, playing a piano, because when you're pushing down playing the piano, you're not pushing down at the same exact, you know, way for each and every one. It makes it more realistic. And then we're going to strum it by doing Alt S, but with Alt S, you want to make sure that your tension and strength is right, because you don't want to go crazy. You don't want to be like, you know, but you don't also want to be like, you know, you want to get at the right, you know, tension will also offset it. So I don't really mess with tension too much, and I only do time, not much velocity, because we already Alt-R'd for velocity. So we're just worrying about time right here. So when you go to the left, it's going to make it strum from the highest note to the lowest, and when you should go to the right, it's going to make it strum from the lowest note to the highest. So I think I actually want to try, like, to see which one sounds better. So let's try just a little bit like this. I don't really like that. Let's. I think that's actually something I really like. So now what you want to do is you want to click Shift and right click, and so you can delete everything to the right of where you started, so all the strumming delete, so the next note can play and not be, you know, a little off. Bro, this is actually kind of wavy as fuck. I really like this, yo. Actually though, this is wavy. Bro, I feel like I'm going down a fucking slide like. Alright, but actually we can do a little sauce. It's very hit or miss, guys. So, you know, it's gonna be like. Alright, it's either hit or miss, guys. So let's see how this goes on. I'm thinking it's gonna be a hit. Like, I feel like this is actually gonna go hard, but. What the fuck? I was expecting that to be a miss, but that doesn't even sound good. Let's actually put it up an octave though. And so let's check every range my melody has hit to see if we really want to layer it, make it sound more full. You know, you don't want to add too much. So I could get a little bass from like a bass synth, and I could get a little bit more high, and that does not mix at all. We could just use a little bit more reverb. So we added a ping pong delay effect on the string slash pad type of thing with a love filter and EQ to make sure it's only in the mid and high mid, because that's only what we really needed. We very much drowned out this sound because I want it there just to fill it up and kind of here, but I don't want it overpowering. So let's see how it came out so far. Alright, that sounds good. Now let's get our sounds. That's a little life hack on how, so when you split by track, you don't have to extend it and it's already extended. Also, another life hack is to put reverb on all your open hats just a little bit to make it sound like just fire. Add a little stuff at the bottom, make it sound more full. I'm gonna add a little bit of EQ to make it harder. So this is my final product. We made the melody together. We figured out the, layering together. I kind of did the drums by myself, but you saw everything that I did. I switched out a lot of sounds. I remixed it a bunch because the beat's a little weird. I don't know. It just, my headphones are tripping right now. Sounds pretty fire to me, guys.